Developing news on a lawsuit that could affect 60,000 low-income adults in our state. The Idaho Supreme Court is now deliberating after hearing arguments on the effort to expand Medicaid. You'll recall voters approved the initiative to expand Medicaid, but a conservative group challenged Proposition 2. CBS 2's Haley Squires spoke with the group behind the lawsuit and supporters of Medicaid expansion about what's next.
Now, both groups hope that the Supreme Court will rule in their favor. The Idaho Freedom Foundation argues that Proposition 2 gives too much power to the federal government, while the Attorney General's office says that they stand by cooperation with the feds.
Proposition 2 contain words. Words have meanings. Meanings have consequences. And whether you like Medicaid expansion or not, the fact is that the Medicaid expansion proposition that passed is unconstitutional because of the way it was worded.
Under the voter-approved Medicaid expansion, the federal government would be responsible for paying 90% of expansion funding. The Idaho Freedom Foundation says the federal government's role in this initiative gives the feds too much authority.
I think we should work with the federal government on different things. But the state of Idaho should jealously guard its authority to make its own decisions. The state is a separate and independent sovereign.
But the Attorney General's office and other groups defending the expansion as is say the role does not overstep Idaho's laws.
That's the best way that our government functions, is that state and federal services work together to help people, help our constituents, help Idahoans.
During the hearing, Idaho Supreme Court Justice John Stegner said there is an urgency behind their decision, something supporters of Prop 2 are happy to hear.
It's estimated that there's upwards of almost 100,000 people who this law, when enacted, will affect positively. So these individuals will be able to access health care.
The justices with Idaho's Supreme Court did not say when a decision would be made. Still, Proposition 2 states that a plan for the expansion must be submitted to the federal government by February 18th. Reporting live in downtown Boise, Haley Squires, CBS 2 News.